Hi guys, so this is how I actually think about and add new features to Word Robin. So the goal really is to make things as intuitive as possible. So what that means is when I think about new products, so for example, something I just added is when I'm typing, I want to often be able to add a new thread without having to take my hands off the keyboard. So what I added is Control Enter, and you can add new threads. I also added pressing backspace to be able to delete a thread. But something else that came up is if I'm editing and it just gets a bit too long, goes over the threshold, you can actually split. So you can split things so that they turn into a new thread, right? But something else that I wanted was to be able to do that without, again, taking my hand off the keyboard. So again, if you press Control Enter, you will be able to split things, right? So these are all little quality of life things. And I think it's important because it means that your user knows they can do things as they think about it, right? So we don't need to have like a bunch of complicated interface or bunch of buttons, right? Like it's pretty intuitive, right? You have a thread 1 and then Control Enter and it just adds it down. Right, something that just happened there, something I'm going to fix right now is I pressed thread 1 Enter and it added it to the bottom. So let's go and fix that right now. I'm not going to bore you with the actual code because, that's very specific to Word Robin and my own code base. But I'm just going to show you the end result and the process of making these little incremental improvements that I think actually eventually end up making up the entire customer experience and the user journey. So let's go ahead and fix that. So something that is a bit of a nuance is so you know how I can split threads, right? So if I do Control Enter, it adds it to the bottom. But if I do Control Enter with the intention to split, it does actually split properly. So I'm just going to use the sort of same logic and apply that to creating an empty thread. Okay, that should have done it. So there we go. Now I have the intended behavior. Now, something else that I keep wanting to do is I'm pressing down here. My cursor's at the end, pressing down. I want to get to here. It's not letting me. And that is, I think, frustrating. So I'm going to change that. And for anyone that's wondering, by the way, I'm not just raw dogging code like a psychopath. I am sort of vibing it out with cursor. But for anyone that's interested, I don't know why you would be. Okay. I'm just going to look over the edit there because I wasn't paying attention. So I was too busy talking. Story of my life. Okay. Looks okay. Right, let's test it out. There we go. Up and down, and left and right. Perfect. And there we go. Control Enter still works. Boom. Easy. Sweet. Oh boy. It is amazing how easy it is to just go from idea to execution. I love that. Okay. Perfect. So if you're interested in these little very calm micro workflows of how I think about product, I think about product development and entrepreneurship and Word Robin, then follow along. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you're interested in these micro workflows of very calm, just narrating over a little bit of work and how I think about product, how I think about entrepreneurship, or if you're just interested in Word Robin, then click follow because I'm going to be doing more of these.